My name is Lecturer Clergy Bishop Kenya M.Loltome, speaking here in Kenya Republic, Embakasi East Constituency, Embakasi Ward Assembly. So that is me actually, Bishop Kenya M.Loltome, and I want to speak the word of God today to all Kenyans and also other nations, human beings living in Kenya and beyond. And we are going to see the word of God in relation to religious political philosophy by reading this book called Judges, which is filled up with sensational stories as exciting as any of today's headlines of Kenya Republic. So this book we are going to read without wasting time, chapter 21, verse 25. Judges, chapter 21. Judges, chapter 21, verse 25. And in those days Israel had no king, everyone did as he saw fit. I've spoken sometimes about this message, this sermon, but I will still repeat it again today. We are told here during that judges' rule in Israel, all right, there was actually a time where Israel had no king and everyone did as he saw fit in his own eyes. There is nothing bad than when a country is in lawlessness kind of condition. And this will actually happen so many years ago, and it is still recurring in Kenya Republic today. We are seeing a country of Kenya today, actually, which looks like those times of Israel. During the kind of 6 of the 12 judges, among them was a woman, and at that time, actually, judges were local leaders who achieved national prominence in their military victories during that time of Israel. And we are told during that time Israel was actually had so many problems like gruesome murders, sexual exploitation, superhuman feat of strength, and among other human being bodily mutilations because of corruptions. And at that time, we are told Israel has no king. Everyone did as he saw fit in his own eyes. That event actually described here was written during that Israel, that time of first Israel king, which came later on, called Saul, around 1,000 years before Jesus Christ was born. 1,000 years from now, before Jesus Christ was born, which is about 3,000 years now, okay? 23 years ago. We can term it as actually 3,023 years ago from now. 3,000. So during that time, we are told Israel has no king. So this kind of a story is recurring in Kenya. As I speak now, Marsabit, where I come from, I was born in Marsabit County, one of the Kenya 47 county government or federal states. It's actually people are fighting and killing each other every day, and livestock are being driven to Ethiopia, and the government is so silent. So it means as if it looks like as if the country has no president and no deputy president and no other leaders, also like internal security ministers and also Kenya Defense Forces ministers, among others. People are killed in Marsabit every day, and livestock are being driven to Ethiopia by Oromo subclan of Gabra tribe militias, which are living in both countries, Ethiopia and Kenya. So we don't know what is happening in this new dispensation period of this country rule now, whereby we are ruled by a president, which even Raila Omolo Odinga said yesterday he doesn't recognize him, which is none other than Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the current president. His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga, the chief opposition leader, yesterday from South Africa, said actually the current president was not a legitimate president. He was illegally, got the seat through rigging, and that's recognized. And as it is now, the government is so asleep. It seems to be as if there's no president. So people are fighting in Marsabit. That road now from Marsabit to Moyale, via Marsabit County Government to Isiolo, is not passable as such. The security is not actually reliable. And that's why today I myself, Bishop Kenya M.Loltome, I am advising those human beings who are transporting livestock, particularly cows or cattle, in that case sheep and goats, to down country here in Nairobi to be slaughtered at Kitengela, Nairobi, Kenya Meat Commissions, not to come with this livestock, because there is a big tension between that kind of a tarmac road between now Moyale via Marsabit to Isiolo. It is not possible as such. People can stop vehicles and kill people and also take their livestock, because their livestock have been taken. And the president is not also, questioning those Gabra tribe militias, leaders like Ukuri Yatani, among other leaders too, which people are saying they are the one who actually sponsoring this kind of militias from Ethiopia and Kenya to attack Samburu Rendile communities, mass speakers of Marsabit. And at times also they attack also Borana, community, among other tribes. But particularly of late, for some weeks now, constantly they have been attacking Samburu Rendile mass speakers. And because now, they have guns, particularly those militias from Ethiopia and Kenya, Gabras, they are now actually winning the war. They are taking livestock. They have killed recently about more than 10 people, and even livestock are taken, and continuously more than 20 people of this week again, additional, and the government is so silent. So what do I want to put across here? I said there was a time in Israel whereby the country had no king and it was a lawlessness country. And that kind of a history now, about 1000 before Jesus Christ was born, which is about 3023 years ago, is recurring in Kenya today. So we don't want such kind of a mess to continue. Secondly, I just want also to put across that I am now joining Raila Amolo Odinga kind of a coalition called Asimio. Because it seems to be this old version, old leader called Raila Amolo Odinga is coming to his senses. And he seems to be, fighting for the right of Kenyans and also for his own rights of the rigged election of August 9, 2022. So if Raila Amolo Odinga want to go to Hague, I can accompany him. I am also ready to give a testimony. The much I know that actually this old man, his elections was rigged since 2007 and continuously to 2012, 2017, 2022. This old man has been just passing, that exam of elections. But it's being rigged. If you see even that election of 2007, even the current president was a testimony, has testified that Raila Amolo Odinga election was rigged, 2007. And continuously, he has knew that this old man, is calm and he doesn't want actually fighting. So now they are taking advantage of this old man to rig election every year. And that's why now that kind of, anger from God, because his right has been violated. His right has been denied of being a leader, of being a president of Kenya. That's why the country is cursed almost. There's no peace, there's no food, there's no water, there's no all social welfare. So Raila Amolo Odinga, I am on his side now, although I was actually vice president 2022 of a certain independent team presidential aspirant called President Gugubo, Jeremiah Gugubo. I was his deputy, and I was a team independent. But although we have not ended up into the ballot box, but we have been cleared and gazetted by the registrar of political parties and Derito, as well as Independent Electoral and Boundary Commission, Mr. also Shepukati. So both Mrs. Derito and Shepukati have cleared us and gazetted us, but the president told us, the former president retired, His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, not to tear the country apart by being many president and deputy president. And because we are lovers of peace, I and my president, I being the deputy president and a spiritual leader, we opted to listen for that voice, and we said actually we will, all right, he did advise and stay a little bit to see what will happen. And what happened now, the election was rigged. So without wasting time, I'm now on the side of Raila Amolo Odinga. If you want to go to International Criminal Court of Hague, of Justice Worldwide, to go and petition and take it actually his complaint there of rigged elections, we will team up with him. Because now Kenya, all the judges, including Chief Justice, they are fearing their lives. And other judges too from the High Supreme Court, they fear this government, that they will be eliminated. And so that's why now the current president, was illegally elected after rigging election. Dr. William Samuel Ruto, His Excellency, is now bulldozing the government, which is not good. He's now doing everything. He's giving people his own money, hustlers fund, in a form of, debt to be returned back. If you don't return, you'll be jailed, and so forth and so forth. And he has also now ended up making all the, Independent Electoral Commission officials to be out. And even now, in case of any elections, we don't know who will be, in case of any by-elections, God forbid, no one is there to oversee. So the president have started now trying to bulldoze everything. All the former government, civil servant, all the former government, politicians, they have been laid off, scrubbed off from the position of authority, and they are now back at home. Okay? And now he has only his own corrupt United Democratic Alliance Party leaders. And these people now are just going around the country and other nations enjoying taxpayers' money in big, hotels. All right? And also international trips and local trips, they are just wasting our taxpayers' money. That's why now people are dying, and they are now causing us a way to call deflection kind of way of making people to fight each other, like now in Marsabit and other parts of the country like Pokot and Turkanas, and also Baringo, part of it. They are now organizing people to deflect them complaining of this mistreatment from the government. So I, Bishop Kenya M.Loltome, concur with the Raila Amolo Odinga, alright, ambaye alitangazia serikali vita kuanzia jana. He has waged war. Raila has now decided to wage war against the government from yesterday, alright, and continuously. So I concur with him that we are with him, and we will support him as much we can by prayer and by action. And may I repeat it again, all people who are livestock actually dealers, traders from Marsabit County Government of Kenya Republic, to stop that kind of business until the government, take over the security of that part. Don't risk your lives, and you are also livestock lives by carrying them, transporting them on trucks to Nairobi, Kenya Meat Commission, because now along the way, people will attack them, okay, in retaliation for their attacks. Many tribes are ready to attack each other now in Marsabit County government. So may I actually tell them to stop transporting animals for the time being until we see what will happen next. All right? And also those militias of Ethiopia and Kenya who are taking livestock from Samburu and, Rendiles, mass speakers, their days are numbered. I assure them. Otherwise, may God bless you all living in Kenya, human beings and beyond. Amen.